Joining us right now is Saskatoon City Councillor Zach Jeffries to talk all things that are going on at City Hall affecting the city of Saskatoon. Mr. Jeffries, I want to thank you so much for taking some time for us today.
A pleasure. Thank you, Matt.
So there was a recent report that was tabled at a governance and priorities meeting this week about service and sustainability. What did you glean from that report and the residents' feedback?
Well, this is an annual report, and what it highlights is the work that happens at City Hall to ultimately provide better service to residents, be a more sustainable organization, and to save money. And what you saw in that report were some stories highlighted from across the organization where either the citizen experience is better, for example, with having a new relationship management system where you can call you can call one number in many cases instead of calling many, and tracking so things don't get lost as they get moved around City Hall, or some of the work to save money, over $4 million in savings, whether it's from doing certain types of sewer work a little bit differently, finding ways to save water, save electricity, and ultimately to make things more affordable for all the city's operations.
And that's good to see the city highlight its savings, but it seems like each year at budget time, residents are facing what they describe at least as some pretty hefty property tax hikes. We're seeing utility bills go up. We're seeing user fees go up. My question to you is, if there's all these savings being found, why the continued increase in user fees, property taxes, and utility bills? And if there are all these savings, can residents expect a break next budget?
Well, what we know is that we've seen right across Canada a lot of pressure on cities because, certainly affordability is a thing that we hear a lot from folks on as they see grocery prices going up and gas prices going up. And we've seen that at the city as well. So the basket of goods that we purchase has gone way up in price. For example, we've seen a fire truck go from less than $1 million to nearly $2 million. So things doubling, power poles doubling, the cost of road construction in 1 year we saw go up 35%, which was just huge. So we've got those cost pressures, and the cost pressures that we see, those are not all being passed along to residents. So that's where those savings are really important. So that work has to continue. It is going to continue, and that we're going to make sure that we can do everything possible to soften increases and changes to rates and fees and taxes, because affordability matters to everyone. We're doing our part.
Just quickly on this final point here, do you believe there are expenses outside core services that the city could reduce and therefore pass those savings on to taxpayers?
Well, that's exactly what City Council did in the last budget cycle. We had more than 100 things come in front of Council where we could make adjustments to the level of service being given to residents and the way that we do business. And we saw dozens of changes to our budget as a result. That's Council's commitment, is leave no stone unturned. And that really, I think, gets to the core of what people are asking us to do, is to focus in, deliver great services, especially on roads, police, and fire, which actually makes up about 60% of our budget.
Alrighty, City Councillor Zach Jeffries, I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much, Matt.